Hi guys, welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be taking a look at this. This is the Primeval Raptor figure, and my phone is not wanting to focus. There we go. Now, Primeval was a TV show in the UK from way back when, I don't actually know. And it was basically these anomalies were opened up which were like time portals to the past, or the future, mostly the past. And creatures would come through. Mostly dinosaurs, some creatures seem to be made up. And yeah. The raptor was always one of my favourite creatures that came through. And I've been wanting this figure for bloody years. Primeval figures, at least for me, weren't that easy to find even when they were actually out and relevant. So it was even harder to find when I could afford to get one myself and not have mum say, no more dinosaurs. As well, this was relevant. I did actually find it in Toys R Us, but, you know, mum was just like, no more dinosaurs, so I wasn't allowed to get it. And this is honestly one of my favourite dinosaur figures that I own. I've only had it for, how long have I had it? I had it for about a week, and I love it already. I knew I was going to love it anyway. So yeah, so here is the raptor. As you can see, it does have some downy feathers on it. So we have some on the head. And just going down the back of the neck. The feathers are sort of made from a soft rubbery material. So you don't have to worry about them hurting. Although these ones, because they're so clumped together, the rubber doesn't really have any effect. So these ones can be a little bit spiky. And then, nice long tail. And then there's their little feet. Yeah, I just love this figure. I love the colouring on it. I do like this little blue bit on the head. On all the stripes. Yeah. Overall, this is just a very, very nice raptor figure. Even if you're not a fan of the Primeval series, it is a really nice, just generic dinosaur toy, I think. Especially with the colouring on it. So yeah. The tail is also nice and rubbery, so you don't have to worry about hurting yourself on it. In the packaging, I mean, I got it like this because it was from eBay. But in the packaging, the tail was detached. So you can see there's just the seam where you clip it on. So, okay then, let us go over the articulation. The mouth can open, but it opens via the top jaw rather than the bottom jaw. And if we just take a quick look inside the mouth, it is very nicely detailed and very nicely painted. The tongue is a separate sculpt. Come on, camera. There we go. Oh, there we go. That's better. I've manual focused it. The tongue is a separate sculpt. Because I know for some quite old dinosaur figures, sometimes the tongue is just sculpted as part of the inside of the mouth, whereas this one, the tongue is separate. It can't move, unfortunately, but it is a separate piece. And it is nice and shiny. And you can see all the way down to the back of the throat. Well, you can't really in the video, but you can normally. The neck is on a swivel, so it can look down like it's getting a drink. And it can look all the way up. And obviously with the open mouth, it looks a bit further up. So yeah. The arms can go, backwards and forwards at the shoulder. You have a nice bend at the elbow. And you also have a bend at the wrist. So it can go all the way like that. And it can even go up a little bit. So it can be like waving to someone. The arms can also go in and out a little bit. Because of the sort of joint that they have. That it's on. So yeah, they can go in and out a little bit. I don't really want to do that too much though. This joint, the neck joint, was a pain. It was stuck when I first got it. But I knew from watching a review that the neck was supposed to move, so I did kind of have to force it. I didn't really like forcing it. I should have just got a hairdryer to it. But oh well, let's move the arms out of the way. The legs can go forward that far and back. They can't really go back. It's either forward or neutral. We do have a bend at the knee, so you can get some nice crouched poses. Also have the ankle that can go pretty much all the way. That does kind of look a little bit painful, and then it can go straight. And the feet can rotate. There isn't really any ankle pivot. There is a tiny bit. That's it. It's mostly just a rotate. Now, my favourite pose for this figure, I'm just going to try and get it in the pose again. So this is how I've been having it displayed. So I need that arm pretty much straight. This arm up like that. Need it in a crouched position. A bit more crouched. And this foot can be all the way back like that. Is it actually going to hold the pose this time, or have I just like weakened it? There we go. Nope. I may have just weakened all the joints. Let's try and move the arm forward a little bit. Like that. There we go, like that. That is autofocus now. That is how I've had this figure on my shelf. So it's like in a crouched position. Kind of a bit like the Indoor Raptor. I really like that pose. It looks like it's about to spring up and attack something or someone. It's from Primeval, so more likely someone. But yeah, this is also the only way I can get it to stand up. Because it, without having to use the tail, like lean on the tail. Because on its back legs, it really cannot stand up. That's probably just because one of the legs on mine is a bit loose. If they were both tight joints, it might be able to support itself. But as how mine is, it cannot support itself on its back legs only. So yeah, a really nice figure, a really nice dinosaur figure, like I said, even if you're not a fan of Primeval. Because come on, that head is just beautiful. So yeah. So that was my review of the Primeval Raptor figure. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and I shall see you all in the next video, whatever that'll be. Bye!